Hello, citizens. How is it going? Happy Valentine's Day. And yeah, there's only one way to jump into a labour of love, and that's talking about our beloved Man City and Pep's press conference ahead of the Sporting Lisbon game. So he was asked a couple of questions, and one of them being, is it failing not to win the Champions League? You know, and I think Pep will be the first to admit that the last couple of seasons in it, I mean, I'm not going to say he's to blame, but his changes have really cost us. I mean, if you look at last season against Chelsea, he made changes in the final that I don't think any City fan could have sat there before the game, saw that lineup and formation and gone, this is a great idea. And we were up to it. We didn't perform well. I think the best player in that first half was Sterling. In the second half, write it off. I mean, I've erased it from my memory. It was so poor. And that was Pep's fault. Pep's lineup was all wrong, and his tactics were all wrong, considering how well we played leading up to the final. The year before that, of course, COVID changed things, and it made the second leg ties in the quarter and the semis turn into one leg ties. And that makes a big difference as well, because I think over two legs we're capable of beating anyone, but sometimes, you know, one-off one legs or cup competitions like the FA Cup or League Cup, you can get beat by anyone. But I think against, I think it was Lyon we got knocked out by, wasn't it? Again, I think he changed it. Was it a 3 at the back he went with? Shocking, honestly. And yeah, I think Pep will be the first to admit that not winning the Champions League the last couple of years could be possibly, not all down on him, of course, but some of the decisions he's made and some of the changes he's made, he's been thinking too much about it, and he should just go on about how we play in the league week in, week out, when we dominate teams and we batter them. You know, why change it for a cup game? Why change it for a final? Why try and be clever? So is it failing not to win the Champions League? I mean, I don't think so. That, you know, I think Real Madrid won it, was it 5 years in a row or something daft like that? And of course, the Champions League is one of the hardest competitions to win, because anything can happen in a knockout competition. So I don't really feel like it would be a failure for him to win. I don't think he would see that. And I think if you look at the club as a whole, the way we've won the league over the years, and he won the League Cup with us a few times in a row, and we won the FA Cup, and of course we were the first team to win the domestic treble. You know, how can you call him a failure for not winning the Champions League? I don't think it is. And you can argue about all this money we're throwing at it, but you look at other teams in our league who throw money at their teams and not winning trophies in 4 or 5 years. So no, it's not a failure if we don't win the Champions League. But I will say that we've had our chances to win it in the last few seasons, and maybe we should have taken 1 or 2 of them. But that's just my opinion. Now, as for the team in general, I think we're playing well. He talks about the harmony within the group and how well everyone works together and the respect they have. And again, I think that's true. I think if we look at Man City, one of the few things you never really hear about is disgruntlement or anger in the dressing room or fallings on the pitch. You hear it quite a lot in other teams in the league, not many, but other teams that we know, you know, especially in the top 6, managers come out criticising players criticising managers and demanding that certain players get dropped or managers get sacked. You don't hear that from City, and I think you can see on the pitch as well, you know, when someone comes on, there doesn't seem to be any anger. You know, we're not talking about someone being left on the bench for too long. I think it is a good group of players. I think there is good harmony there, and I think that starts from Pep as well and what he's instilled in the team all the way through. You know, he's an easygoing guy. He also said that in his press conference, and I think that shows through. So, you know, I think there is good harmony there with the team, and you know, I'm happy where we are. And if you look at the fact that we don't have a striker and the rotation that everyone plays up front and the movement and things, I think we got a good balance. Despite the fact we don't have a striker, and we probably need a couple of areas of improvement, like we need a left back, a defensive midfielder, and a striker going into the summer. And I think some of the signings we probably didn't make in some like Ronaldo or Messi, maybe that would have changed things. Maybe that would have changed the dynamic, and that probably plays you know, and has an impact on who you sign and who you go forward. And maybe you think to yourself, maybe Messi wouldn't have been a good signing for us. Maybe Ronaldo wouldn't have been a good signing. You know, you don't need them egos or that single player mentality. You want someone to be a team player all the time, because that fits into the squad. You know, and that's one of the reasons why we have one of the best squads in Europe, if not the best squad in Europe. I'm not saying we have the best 11 in Europe, but we definitely got one of the best squads. And he also talks about, you know, the UEFA ban a couple of years ago that was overturned, and he always said that we were innocent, and I believe the club. Yeah, okay, so we've spent money in transfers and things, but there's other clubs doing a lot worse than us. You look at, I mean, I don't know, someone should be looking at PSG. I mean, how did they afford all them players, especially in the French league when they don't even get money coming in from that? But, you know, all this hate about financial fair play and cheats, I just think it's a lot of bitterness. I think people just hear one word and it ends up like a rhetoric, doesn't it? I don't think many people respect where City have gone, and I think that's a lot of bitterness, because we've not just spent money, we've spent it really well. Of course, in the last few weeks, we've had news come out that we earned more money than United last season, which is incredible. You know, or for financial year, we made more money than United for the first time. And in the last 10 years, United have spent more money than us, you know, net spend on transfers. They spent over $1 billion, and, you know, we're recuperating quite a lot through that in transfers as well. United having to drop players, they're paying them extortionate wages, you know, and it's the way we do about things, the way we've gone about business. You know, we've expanded the stadium. Yeah, you can call it the empty hub, but we still expanded it, you know, and yeah, we don't fill it. It's shocking, really. I mean, I'm there at the home games. We don't fill it. But at least the club are building on it. You know, and you look at the infrastructure around the club, in the way the youth teams and the women's teams, they all train together, they all play together, you know, on the same pitches. I think that's a huge compliment to make towards the, you know, Sheikh Mansour. And when he came in, he did say that, you know, he'll be putting a lot of money into Manchester and he'll be building on the infrastructure. He's not just here to own a football club and be one of the Premier League owners. And look at him, he's done it over the last 10 years, you know, over the last 14 years, he's built something incredible here, and we wouldn't be where we are without him. So yeah, we spent a lot of money, but we're spending it wisely too. We're developing, and we've improved the women's game. You know, we've improved the standards of the Premier League. You look at it, and how can you say we've not improved the standards of the Premier League? You can argue about, oh, Pep buys this player and he buys that player, and then he gets another right back every year, which isn't true, by the way. I mean, at the beginning when he first came in, we did swap around with quite a few players, but we needed it. We had an aging squad, and we had a lot of players who weren't fit for purpose. Pep came in and he sorted it, and look where we are now. You know, we're signing 1 player a season, 2 players a season at most. And we've improved the quality of the Premier League. You can't say the Premier League isn't a worse state with us in it, because we pushed Liverpool to, you know, they have to get 95 plus points a season to win the league. Chelsea as well, they're going to have to do the same. You know, we've done that. Our consistent quality has done that, so thank you, because we've made the Premier League better ultimately, you know. And one of the questions he was asked as well was, would he stay at City for 10-15 years? Unfortunately, he did say he's not going to be the next Sir Alex Ferguson, which is a shame. You know, he's talking about his next 18 months and that anything can happen in football. He's always said that his contract's usually quite short, or, you know, he doesn't renew them immediately, and that does kind of concern me, because I'd like to see him stay there for at least 10 years, which would be, what, another 3 years or so after this season. But where do we go after that? Because I think we've been spoiled with him, to be honest with you. I mean, the quality of football we've got now, we can't get any better. Now, there's no one in the league that's going to do a better job than him. So where do we go? I mean, personally, I'd like to see Hans Flick, but right now, I don't want to see him leave, and he did say he's not going to stay for another 10-15 years. So hopefully we get another 1 contract out of him and try and tie him down to a 10-year job with us and go from there. And hopefully we can, you know, do something. But again, we've not heard anything about him leaving. You know, we've not heard any disagreement in the players, and people are signing new contracts. You know, Cancelo signed a new contract. Bernardo's looking at signing a new contract. We're trying to get Raheem again to re-sign. I don't think these players would do it if Pep wasn't going to stay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe they would, but I don't think they would they? We'll have to see. But yeah, again, he's just improved the Premier League, and I'm glad he's been with us. And yeah, I'm glad we're the ones that got him in United and get him, or Liverpool or anyone like that. And that's it, really. You know, we go into the Champions League last 16 again, and I think one of the things I would like to see is us just play our normal game, just do our normal thing. You know, we got players out. We're not going to have Grealish. We're not going to have Jesus still, and of course got Walker missing because of his stupid red card. But yeah, we just got to play our normal game and do our thing, and we don't change our lineup and we don't change our system for any other team. You know, we dictate their performance. They do not dictate ours. And hopefully he does that again. And if we do, I can see us reach another final. And maybe, just maybe, we go 1 step further and win it. Maybe. Thanks for watching. That's you know, that's everything I've got to say. And let me know in the comments what you think about it all and what you thought about his press conference. And, you know, yeah, hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks very much for watching. And I will be doing a live watch along tomorrow, so make sure to join me for that. I'll be going like 15 minutes live before the game starts. So I think about 7:45 tomorrow, UK time. But yeah, make sure to leave a like on the video. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.